The air in Accra was thick with anticipation. Streets around the Independence Square were dressed in Ghana's red, yellow, and green, while security cordons lined every entrance. Dignitaries from across Africa had gathered for the historic moment, the swearing-in of President John Dramani Mahama for his new term. Among the foreign guests, one figure drew an unusual level of attention: Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the young leader of Burkina Faso. His arrival was not just protocol. It was a symbol. Draped in his trademark military fatigues, with the red beret tilted slightly to one side, Traoré walked through the ceremonial grounds to an unexpected wave of cheers from the Ghanaian public. Crowds leaned over barricades, calling his name, some even chanting Burkina Faso, Burkina Faso. Their voices carried with admiration, a recognition of his image as a soldier leader who had risen from the barracks to the presidency, challenging old systems across the Sahel. Inside the VIP tribune, leaders shifted in their seats. Some applauded politely, others exchanged cautious glances. Traoré's presence was more than symbolic. It was political. The people saw him as a revolutionary, but many leaders saw him as a disruptor of the old order. When Mahama took the oath, he raised his right hand high, promising a new era for Ghana. Yet, when the cameras turned, they captured another moment. Traoré standing firmly, clapping with a resolute face, and nodding respectfully toward the Ghanaian leader. After the ceremony, whispers followed him through the reception hall. Some diplomats asked quietly if he intended to forge a new Sahelian alliance that could rival old colonial networks. Others speculated on his growing popularity among youth across Africa, something that frightened entrenched political dynasties. In a private corner, President Mahama and Captain Traoré finally shook hands. The flashbulbs erupted. "Welcome to Ghana, Captain," Mahama said warmly, his words carrying the weight of fraternity. Traoré replied, "Your people's joy today is a lesson for all of us. It is not only Ghana's victory, it is Africa's." The handshake lingered, both men knowing the cameras had captured a moment that would ripple far beyond Accra. In reality, inauguration ceremonies in West Africa have often served as powerful stages for diplomatic symbolism. When a new president takes office, the presence of regional leaders signals both solidarity and the balance of power within ECOWAS and the African Union. If Captain Ibrahim Traoré were to attend the investiture of President Mahama, the event would draw significant attention. Traoré, as one of the youngest leaders in Africa, has built an image of resistance to neo-colonial influence, especially against France, and of championing sovereignty in the Sahel. His presence in Accra would be interpreted as more than a courtesy visit. For Ghana, it would symbolize openness to dialogue with Burkina Faso despite ECOWAS tensions over coups. For Burkina Faso, it would be a strategic show of legitimacy and recognition at a time when transitional governments in the Sahel face international scrutiny. The Ghanaian public, known for their warmth toward African solidarity, would likely greet him with curiosity and enthusiasm. Civil society and youth movements might see him as a symbol of a generational shift in African leadership, someone who embodies defiance against old political orders. Diplomatically, his attendance could spark debate. Some leaders in ECOWAS might view it as a chance for rapprochement, while others might see it as an endorsement of military-led transitions. Either way, the reality and the symbolism would overlap. Traoré's presence at Mahama's investiture would highlight Africa's ongoing negotiation between stability, democracy, sovereignty, and the will of its youth.